Most people think avoidance means fear, or laziness, or a lack of discipline, but avoidance is rarely about not wanting something. It's usually about wanting it too much, before understanding what it will cost. That's why avoidance feels quiet. There's no panic, no urgency, no dramatic resistance, just a subtle pause. You know what you should do. You know it matters. And yet, nothing happens, not because you don't care, but because part of you is waiting. Waiting for certainty. Waiting for clarity. Waiting for the feeling that it's safe to move, and that waiting often feels responsible, thoughtful, mature, even wise, which is why it's so easy to confuse avoidance with patience. Avoidance often begins before discomfort becomes conscious. The mind senses instability long before the body reacts, so it intervenes quietly. It suggests delay, preparation, one more day of thinking, not because it wants to sabotage progress, but because it's trying to preserve balance. The mind is designed to minimize uncertainty, and action always introduces uncertainty. When something matters, action threatens identity. What if I fail? What if this changes things? What if I can't go back? So the mind creates friction that feels reasonable. It doesn't say don't do it. It says not yet, and not yet feels harmless. But over time, harmless delays accumulate. Days pass without movement. Weeks pass without clarity. And eventually, stillness starts to feel normal. This is how people remain stuck without feeling trapped, not frozen, not overwhelmed, just quietly static. And because there's no pain signal, nothing triggers urgency. Avoidance doesn't end through pressure. Pressure only confirms the mind's suspicion that action is unsafe. What dissolves avoidance is evidence. Evidence that movement doesn't equal loss, that discomfort doesn't equal collapse, that change doesn't destroy stability, and that evidence can't be imagined. It has to be experienced. That's why clarity rarely arrives first. Clarity follows exposure. Confidence follows contact. Understanding follows motion. Not dramatic motion, not decisive leaps, small, reversible steps. The mind learns through outcome, not intention. Once it sees that movement doesn't threaten survival, resistance softens, not because you forced it, but because protection is no longer required. So if you're avoiding something important, it doesn't mean you're broken. It means your system is cautious. It's waiting for proof, and that proof is rarely found by thinking longer. It's found by moving gently enough to stay safe, but consistently enough to learn. Not to push yourself forward, but to let understanding arrive on its own time.